Yo, what's up, people? How you doing? My name is Lucky Udu, but one annoying name everybody calls me is how many of you knows this guy? And that's because of some of my most viral videos. My catchphrases. How many of you remember this guy? And those videos went really, really viral. That where people see me, they don't even call me Lucky. They just say, "How many of you remember this guy?" So yeah, my name is Lucky Udu. I'm a filmmaker. I do interviews. I tell stories. Basically, I'm a storyteller. I document people's stories. I share it on social media. So that's all about me. So can you tell us how we help? Yeah. Began a long time ago, 2017. I used to hop on the streets. I did not come a very easy background like child political. So I was at the park selling my book I wrote when I was 17. And there was girl that was staring at me in the pause and she said, I like your voice. You make videos. I promise you people are going to watch it. Wait, what am I even saying? This was in 2016 December. I took that seriously because I'm a I like to see myself as a humble person. I like to take opinions and suggestions really seriously. I went back home after the day was over and I told my supervisor to make a video the next day and I did just I buy the Naira first. So I'm telling you, and that was how I started making videos. And when I took it seriously was immediately after I graduated school. I decided I wanted to tell stories. So I started traveling the states of Nigeria. And I'm the kind of person that I have a very high intuition. I can be here like this and something just comes to my mind. And when that thing come, it come like a deep board desire. Although when I was in school, I've always admired this guy, Nas Daily. I love, do you know that Daily? Yes. Travels the world, like stories, yeah. So I would always watch him, and I was like, I was really inspired. So after school, that thought came. Don't give up on Rich J. Start traveling to tell stories. I was like, how am I going to do it? What if I get stranded? There are some of those places I've never ever been there before. How do I even know that there's a story we have noticed? So I first created a group chat, just added a few persons, told them about the dream, the plan, and then somebody say, oh well, one thing I know is that if you come to Owerri, Imo Fit, I have a story for you, dear Rega. That was all I needed as an assurance. I sold my properties, a few of them, because I didn't really have, you were not sure of the turnout of Vitaly story and you had to sell the property. Yes, I had to. It was something I did so much in. Well, before then I had already I was making videos while I was in school. So at that point I had how many, I think about 200,000 followers. So I was like, okay, there was no way it was going to be bad. I already have to watch me. So it's now time to take the risks. I should teach English language online. It's my job. I was going to teach this full time. So I started traveling. I moved from Delta because I'm based in Delta State. So I moved from Delta State to Anambra State. I filmed the story there, then moved to Imo State, filmed the story of the youngest zookeeper. I think he was just like 11 years old or something. Zookeeper. Yes. Or was he 9 years old? I can't remember. So when I filmed the story, it went viral. Indomie cables in reached out. They awarded in 1 million naira. They've paid for the family's first flight experience. They gave him a scholarship. Some people sent him a smartphone. Some people sent him puppies. Do you understand? So all from the story that just from a story. Then I went on to Abia State. I heard about the blind guy who with drummer. I knows how to play instruments. I wanted to film him, but they left me stranded. A lot of people did not know why I was dead. Not everybody was free with their trying. So I took a night bus. I traveled to Lagos State. There was a sound that was trending on TikTok. Bunch of women surrounded in my room. So some people remember anyway. So when I heard the story, I was like, I need to look out for this woman. Everybody you see had her sound to make videos. But nobody really knows the behind the scenes. So I want to sell that part of the story. So when I traveled to Lagos, I started asking people I'm looking for this woman. I started posting it on social media that I'm looking for her. It was really difficult, but eventually I found her. She told me her story. It was a really sad one. So I raised money for her. I think the woman got over 9 million naira in donation.
through your videos.
I swear to God, that video went viral. Somebody even offered her a 3-bedroom flat in Akure.
Wow.
Another person offered her a 2-bedroom flat in Port Harcourt, but she declined. There were opportunities came, even brand ambassadorship, different opportunities. People sent her gifts. It was beautiful. The story she told was that she is a victim of domestic violence. So the story reached the heart of a lot of people, and I was inspired. But guess what? I was stranded. Even after filming her story, I did not have money to pay for hotel. I had to go to Chicken Republic in Lagos. I just went there with my laptop while I was still editing some videos, and then I was going through downloading every loan app I could find on my phone, looking for who give me loan. And I needed to travel to Benue State. I heard of a professor who was experimenting the cure for HIV/AIDS. So he had built a mosquito farm. I feel that story is something people needed to hear.
Online.
Okay, yeah. So I was looking for money. Eventually, one app was so lucky to give me money. Yes, and I traveled a early morning bus from Lagos to Benue State. So when I got there, I was very lucky. A fan of mine, because I was posting on Facebook, letting people know that I just arrived Benue State. I just arrived Lagos State. Day 11, day 12, and I'm looking for stories to film. Please reach out if there's a story. So a fan of mine even gave me like a hotel to stay for free, and that gave me an opportunity to interview multiple persons. So I was able to rescue a 9-year-old girl that was married to a 50-year-old man. Yes.
How did you do that?
Yeah, when they told me about it, we had to investigate. At first, I was naive. I went to the community to raise an alarm, but I did not know that community, it was a common thing. I was very lucky. Maybe they would have killed me. Nobody would have known. Because when I was even discussing it to some people, they were like, where did I come from? That was my business. And I was like, okay, let's go to the king or the chief to let them know what's going on. So when I saw what's that thing called? The body language and everything, I just said, okay, I needed to step back. So I had to step back. Back then, I was appointed, after I left school, I was appointed Director of Youth Sensitization under the Office of the SSA to the President during Buhari's regime, Nigerian Youth Congress. So I called the President of Nigerian Youth Congress. I told him what had happened. I needed him to help me with some assistance. So he made some call because he had contact with the governor and some other people, and gave me some contacts for the mission. Then I made some contacts too, but some people were not really showing so much interest. Then I had to just document everything I posted. Immediately I posted it, it went viral. In the KG picked it, everybody picked it up. That was when NAPTI preached out, they rescued the girl. So I also documented a lot of other stories. There's this man in Benue State. We helped her raise money. She even started building her own house.
Awesome.
But I was still stranded.
So how did you manage? My question now is, how did you manage helping those people through videos? Like you were shooting videos, people were reaching out to you to help those people.
No, they were not reaching out to me.
Okay, they were helping them
directly, yeah.
And what still made you have the push, in the sense that people you're telling their stories were living comfortably, their dreams were coming through you, but yet you yourself were stranded. Each story by story, you get broke literally.
It was.
So what made you continue? Like, why did you give up? Or
there was a guy I was following at some point. The guy started doubting me, or in his mind, maybe he was even insulting me. That was wrong with me, and I felt that I was in a better position compared to this guy. I don't know. I was just confident that what was awaiting me is way better than anything I'm seeing right now. So some of these people, they are underprivileged. Is that bad? Even though I was homeless, I just thought that there was something significant about my future, that I knew that these people needed more help than I did. Do you understand me? So I did not really so much think about that. But at some point, I would ask myself question, why is that nobody was even asking of me? Even the people whose story we are telling, none of them were even asking, okay, where are you sleeping? What are you eating? Take this for your transport. Absolutely none of them even cared. So it was really a tough one, but I thank God that I did not give up. I traveled to 26 states of Nigeria. I told a whole lot of stories. Eventually, I realized that some of the people we are even helping, they do not even use the money for the intended purpose. Somebody can say, oh, what I'm looking for now is money to rent house or start a business. Once that money comes, they'll buy
Use it
phone,
for
buy
some-
clothes, use it for something else. And
And
then
then go
the aim
back
is not
to-
achieved. Go back to the same position they were. That's when I decided I was going to start up my foundation. And I was going to guide them to help them spend it judiciously. So when people donate to my foundation, I print out the account statement. I show them this is how much is in the account, but this is how I want this money to be spent.
So that it
I want to
reflects
speak
the
to your
true goal.
landlord.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay directly. This business, I'm going to rent this shop for you. I'm going to give you this money to go and stock up the shop. And to do, there are some people I even bought keke napep for them.
Start business.
There are some of them that will pay their house rent for 3 years. Even till now, they are not even thinking about rent.
Wow.
But me, I was homeless. It's an irony, and sometimes I'll cry, honestly, because it was that difficult. And when I come to social media and I tried to explain how difficult the whole thing was, a lot of people would insult me. And I went through hardship until 2023 when I received my first YouTube paycheck.
Wait,
And my first paycheck from
this is breaking
Facebook.
for me. So from 2021 to 2023, it took you about 2 years before you have your breakthrough.
Yeah, it was in
Telling stories for 2 years.
yeah, it was in January I received my first paycheck from YouTube.
Wow.
Ever, 2023. Then February I received from Facebook. Ever. That was when
Wow.
I had to start employing people to assist me with my work. And that was where I could now confidently travel to certain places. I could book flights and travel to long distance places to tell stories. I was able to upgrade my equipment and everything.
You know, the fact that we don't see this behind the screen, we don't see this on the screen, it took you, you've been impacting lives. People have been watching your content. Literally, you've become a figure in the storytelling niche, but yet you were not fulfilled until after 2 years. I'm sure you had told hundreds of stories.
Lots,
Fulfillment,
bro.
I'm talking about financial sustainability.
I
That's
can
what
tell
I'm
you that
talking
there are some
about.
people
Wow.
that once you tell their story, they'll get up to 20 million. But no, up till now, it's only one person that Burna Boy helped him with 50 million naira.
Wow.
And then I asked him when I was interviewing him, would you donate anything to Lucky Udu Studio? And he said yes, 2 million naira. And even when he made that statement, a lot of people were fighting that why would I ask him that question? That changed me a lot.
Wow.
Ever since then, when somebody comes to me for certain things that I would normally want to do for free, I'll tell them that if you want an interview, pay me for it. Do you understand?
You
Because
must be lucky. I'm lucky. Thank you so much.
because do you understand? I've been doing this for free, helping people, and the 2 million naira was used to even buy a laptop, a London used laptop. The MacBook Pros I have, I spent 3.5 million naira to buy it. We have currently 3. And our equipment are well enough for all the stories we are telling for free, helping people. Even if people do not even understand, they think that, okay, you make money online. The money we make is not even enough to pay staff sometimes.
Said 20 staffs.
As of December, we had 29.
Whoa.
People just see one person, but a lot of people don't. On the technical operations department, we had about 5 people, 2 professional video editors, production assistants, and people we call interns. So they assist with setting up the equipment for filming and a lot of other things. So the video editors, they double as videographers too. Then we also had researchers, we had writers,
We have for your foundation as well.
We have a lot, trust me. So as of there's a time people then started dragging me online. If lucky to post your own, don't finish. That was when I experienced a very huge setback. I was negotiating a brand ambassadorship deal then. Everything, I lost it. In fact, most of the monies I make were mostly from ads. People coming to me to say, maybe a company will say, "I lucky come and tell our story now." That was how I was making most of my money. But when that thing happened, nobody really wanted me to film them anymore. There was a senator that already agreed for filming. He stopped picking my call. Duncan Mighty, I had met him to document his story. Not as how many of you remember this guy, but to just there's something I was curious about Duncan Mighty. This guy, I've not seen anybody in Nigeria that was able to pull off what Duncan Mighty did. He featured Wizkid, David Udu, Tiwa Savage, Kiss Daniel.
All in a short time.
Everybody just in a short time. Do you understand?
And it had massive hits.
Massive. How come? How did he move from? Do you understand me? And up till now, You know, do you know this song 50 Cent, In That Club?
Yes,
Those
yes,
shall
yes,
you know, In That Club.
yes,
Doom
yes.
doom
Yeah,
doom doom. I feel like Don Kamite is the Nigerian of that this thing.
because it's still a hit.
Because those songs he did, they are still hits till today. So I felt I needed to document his story. He had agreed. We'll talk from time to talk. I'll message him on. We'll talk on SMS, right? Direct call and everything, and then we'll still talk on Instagram. He would always answer me. But the moment those things happened till today, Doc Almighty did not. He stopped responding to my call, to my messages, everything. It was not just him, even the senators. It wasn't just them. It was like literally everybody. It was a very frustrating period. But nobody saw how that was affecting me. It was that bad.
The way you're saying this now, I wish there was someone that did. How many of you knows what's going on with Lucky Udu? Because people just see the peak. We see the excitement. We do not see what's going on behind. We cannot see through your eyes.
Yeah.
And this that I have said is, I've learned from it, inspired myself from it. So amidst all of these challenges, how are you able to pick up, push yourself, jump those hurdles, and here you are still standing?
You see, there's something I told my staff recently. I told them that, you see, Lucky Udu Studio, it is not just like a regular job. It is my life. I lost my parents, my both parents, before I was even 5 years old. I don't even know what it feels like to have siblings or to even have grandparents. So all my life, I've never lived a life where I felt like I had a family. The only thing in my life is this company. The only thing God has given to me that has given me a sense of purpose is Lucky Udu Studio. People know about us. It did not start this easy. It was built on sacrifice. I look old today because I had to fight for my future. When I look back on where I started from, when my uncle sent me out of his house, I was 14 and I was homeless. I was surrounded by vagabonds, people whose parents were irresponsible. People who don't even know what dreams are. They just wake up, chase girls, drink, smoke, they steal and all those kinds of things. And to be honest, those are the nicest people in the world. Those are the people that once you are homeless, they are willing to let you into their house without fear of anything. They are willing to share their food with you. I grew up with these kinds of people, and most of them died in my presence. Some of them went to steal, they shut them down. Some of them fell sick from things that I don't even understand, and they died. Some of them took drugs that they ran mad on the streets. Some of them traveled, nowhere to be found up till today. These are the kinds of people I grew up with because this is all I have. So even if everybody comes out, because what happened to me was like a coordinated attack. Everybody was just, to some people it was cruise, but deep down it was like a coordinated attack. Everybody was just trying to kill what I had. And it has never made sense to me when people say, oh, when you start progressing, that was when you start facing the most challenge. It was really surprising to me when those things, and it started like a joke. Some people were just telling me it's just a normal joke, but you know how hard it is, how hard it was.
And the effect
Nobody wanted to come for, nobody wanted to be interviewed again. Everybody, it's just now that people are even trying to come out. There are some people that will say, no, I don't want to come to your interview. There are some people that even after they came, they say, I never wanted to be here. If not a very dark man that made a video, I never wanted to be here, honestly. That was how bad it was. It was that bad. I lost a lot in my life. Do you understand? And we are helping people. Nobody could even come out to even say anything.
Even none of those you've helped so far?
Nobody. Everyone absolutely kept quiet. Some of them today are living in free houses that was only made possible because I documented their story. Some of them are able to. Do you know how? See, bro, there are certain things I don't want to say.
I understand it.
See,
you've already revealed a lot already, and
it's, the what changed me the most was when Burna Boy gave that guy money, and when I went through the comment section and how people was bashing and everything, I was like, oh, these people don't have memory. You can do 100 things right, and just one thing which I did not even do wrong, because I still paid for my flight to go film his story when he set up his business. I posted it across my social media handles. I told people to support him, but nobody saw that I was deserving of that donation. 2 million.
Or more of
Do you
that.
understand? Oh, So it was really sad. And today, when somebody tells me this and that, I've even stopped communicating. I don't communicate with people. I had to pay someone that any communication that is going to come, you'll be
That's
the
very
one to
true.
handle it. So something else that I experienced with Helen, the girl that claims she's baby mama to Cubana chief
Yes,
priest.
yes, yeah.
I was genuinely trying to help her, but then she turned everything against
Turn
me,
the
that I was
story
trying to
around.
hit on her. And that was when I also learned something really hard, that no matter how sincere your heart is, don't trust anybody.
Mm.
I try as much as I can to limit communication. It's better you call me rude, but then you will never have the opportunity to come and lay false accusation against me. If you
Because you
come
won't
to me and
open up further.
yes, because I try as much as I can. If you approach me to ask me my number or anything, I tell you, oh, I don't give it. I'll just tell you I'm not even on WhatsApp, because I don't want to experience something like that. And trust me, the people who just watch random videos online, they don't care.
Mm.
They'll even help to bring you down. Nobody cares to even investigate whether what this lady is saying is true. And even the same very dark man that even came out to say something about me, he then made a video saying that the woman said Burna Boy gave us money and then we took it. And this is somebody I talk to from time to time. Why then did he not come to my DM to find out? But he made a video and said, look, Udu took money, what meant for this woman. And then I started facing another set of challenge. People were now coming to call me thief, call me this, call me names, that money that is meant for somebody, I took it. And that was just entirely false. And you know how that went to affect me, affect my work and everything that I do? These are things I've never done. I've never taken kobo that did not belong to me for my own selfish purpose. In fact, as a matter of, see, there are some things that we are planning to start doing, but maybe I can't even discuss it here, because I cannot continue to give out to people when my equipment is spoiled. I'll have to start taking loans to replace them. When my rent is expired, I start looking for loans to pay, because the money you make on social media is not even enough to pay staff.
I've been over 20 staff.
And then people are coming every day benefiting from this platform, and nobody will even come back to say, oh, thank you for this. They don't even think about it. Both the viewers don't even fucking care about you. When I went for diagnostics one time, I was supposed to do a surgery and it was an emergency. When they told me the amount of it, even though I'm a popular person, I looked at my account, I said, Jesus. It was sad. I've been giving to people, yet nobody gives to me, nothing. So I needed to make decisions differently. And at the point I am, I don't even read comment section, and I don't even take social media seriously. I just post my videos, I leave. Before now, I'm the kind of person who wants to hear from people. I want to reply to every comment. I want to make friends. I want to be nice to people. But that experience has changed me. So like you said, how am I still holding on? I don't have anything doing with my life apart from media, apart from Lucky Udu Studio. The day anything happens to Lucky Udu Studio, I'll just drive my car to the forest, hang myself there.
No, we're not
I'm
going
telling
to
you, bro. No.
We're not going to experience
Yeah,
that.
I'm just telling you that if anything happens to the only thing I have, the only thing that gives me meaning is to just go as well. Because my life is, bro. Do you know what loneliness is? The only people I'm surrounded by are my staffs. Honestly. Nobody comes to my door to come check up on me for any reason except that they need my help. Apart from that, when it's Christmas, Easter, New Year, my staff will travel to go spend time with their friends. And that's when I realized that, man, I'm just alone in this world. Do you know what it is? And the only thing that gives me a sense of purpose and happiness, somebody takes it from me, I'll just give my life to God. I'll just go into the bush, hang myself, or shoot myself. That's because it's lonely. You don't understand what it feels like. When you are strong, always showing up for other people, nobody thinks of you as a human being anymore. Nobody ever thinks of you as a human, because you are always been a strong person who is always been doing for others. So, anyways, I love my job so much. I want to tell stories, for as long as I can. So I will continue what I do, sure-footed.
Thank you so much for sharing this. This boils down to, as humans, we need to reflect. We need to check around us. Our action speaks louder. Our action sometimes affects more than we think they do. And as much as we take as humans, we should learn to give. Giving in the sense that emotion, giving in the sense love, care, giving in the sense of checking up, giving in the sense of appreciating people who help us as well. Because it takes a lot to starting with nothing, sacrificing, impacting others, telling stories that are having meaningful conversions, meaningful impact in people's life. Thank you so much, Mr. Lucky Hoodoo, for being on Human on Lens. We cannot but thank you. Do you have any last word to say, Camera?
My last word is please be human and be nice, okay? That's all I want to say. I'm only saying this from the perspective of how this interview ended. The question he asked me made me to go deep and emotional as well. So all I can just say is be human. Maybe if this ended on the entrepreneurship side or on the media aspect of it, I would have given a different response. But all I want to say is let's be humans. A lot of us enjoy catching crews and everything, but that is at the expense of somebody else mental health, somebody else life or livelihood. And that is totally unfair. If God can open your eyes to see how far your words, your comments, your sarcasm can go in hurting, ruining things for other people, I'm sure you want to give it a second thought before clicking send. So let's be human. And thank you so much for this. It's beautiful. I mean, I've been on the side of interviewing people, right? So when I get the chance to be interviewed, it's actually busy because I want to know what it feels like to sit on the other side of the table.
To be on the cold seat, not hot
Yeah.
seat.
So it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Wow. So I went to 4 different universities.
I started editing with PowerPoint presentation.
I was depressed.
I didn't even think it was going to be this big. I never thought about it.
I had to continue making people laugh while I was crying.
People didn't come for the show. After my parents had invested millions.
I was thinking of different ways to just kill myself.
We go for rehearsals a lot, but the roles were not coming.
I started singing since 2006, all to no avail. I even got signed at some point to Motola Galabi Kendi.
After editing videos for Untold, it gave me a bulk of cash.
I wasn't really prepared for the challenges that were coming. It wasn't easy at all.
Yeah, I do like 1 week still with the same one clothes. I even thought everything was over. I nearly gave up.
I kept on pushing and I didn't stop.
Challenges will always